Hi, hello, and welcome to the Your Boy Willie YouTube channel, the Lilith Project. What does it mean? What is it about? I know that's why you guys are here, but before we talk about it, don't forget to hit that like and sub on the channel down below. It helps with the engagement, and if you're interested in the project, I'm going to be posting all about the whole project, the whole journey essentially on this channel. So again, hit that like and sub, but let's talk about it. The Lilith Project, what does it mean? What is it about? In short, it's going to be a marauder company that I'm going to be starting here on the Lilith server here in NA East on New World, but it's going to be so much more than that if it's executed correctly. I'm really hoping that it's going to provide a new way to introduce some players into the war scene and hopefully get some excitement for PvP in New World in general. So let's talk about it. Now, I chose Lilith because it's a very unique server. Lilith currently sits as one of the highest pop NAE servers, and yet it has almost the least amount of PvP and war out of all of the servers. Now, why is that? Lilith is a fresh start server, so you can't transfer into it. That's definitely one reason. Another reason is for a long time, the server as a whole was ran by very powerful companies such as Vertical, Ordonnatus, and Chicken Mans. And even as you can see here, some of those names still pretty prevalent. I believe with these two things, it made a very unique combination for the server. You have companies that are extremely powerful due to a lot of the players in them being a part of some of the biggest companies in the game, aka Supple and Dropouts on other servers. Combine that with the fact that this is a fresh start server, most players who started here and are just used to not warring because in their minds, it's impossible to beat these guys, leading to a situation where you have a high pop in player base, but no one really wants to try and take territories because that's just the way of life here in Lilith. Now that's where the Lilith Project comes in. The Lilith Project is going to be designed to introduce new players into the war scene, giving them an opportunity to not only get some more PvP action, but get their feet into the door and maybe even secure some VODs that could be important into getting into companies outside of the project. Now, how can I guarantee that? I can't. But let me explain. You can have 100 people in a company. Well, let's just say that, 100, right? The goal is to have 30 veterans and 70 new players. What is a veteran and what do I expect? A veteran would be someone that has been in many wars with plenty of knowledge about the game. I want the veterans to be the backbone of the company, helping out players as much as they can, whether that be with VODs, builds, or anything else they may need. Also, there will be a Discord and things involved where if you're not completely in the project, but you still want to help these new players, who are going to be congregating here, that's going to be, there as well. What is a new player? A new war player is someone that has been in less than 5 wars. Someone who has always wanted to be a part of the PvP war scene, but may have not just been given a chance. I expect these players to be driven and hungry to get better at the game, and at some point, maybe even able to secure themselves a spot in companies all across Eternum. Now, all of that being said, it's very evident that I'm going to need the community's help here, right? You guys know that's what it's about. So I'm going to be needing leaders, class leaders, people who want to VOD review, people who want to help with this project as a whole and hopefully put the new PvP players' interest in best interest for first and foremost, right? Like that's what we're here for. I want to try and get people into the PvP and hopefully, again, get new people to cycle in so they can see wars, they can get in wars and all that good fun stuff. Now, the war roster obviously is going to be coming into the question. How can I guarantee that everybody's going to be able to war this and that? What's the split going to look like? What are we looking for? Well, again, and there is a recruitment attachment down below that you guys can fill out and sign what class you are. It's going to ask you like what your Discord is, obviously for contact information, things like that. It's a bit of a questionnaire, but it's worth it if you guys want to be involved in the project. And yeah, but let's not beat around the bush. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about what the war roster is kind of looking like. The idea in the war roster is to have a 15 veteran to a 35 new war player split. So in any given war, there will be plenty of players getting that war experience backed up by veterans who can perform, but also help when is needed. I'll be recruiting 24 bruisers, 22 healers, 14 VGIGs, 14 sword and shield and spears, 8 fire staff BBs, 8 bow rapiers, 6 great sword, sword and shields, and 3 flail and IGs. This is also subject to change. This is just a base template to get what kind of setup we're going to be having in the company as a whole. So an idea, we have 99 players total, 30 veterans, 69 fresh war players, but only one Lilith project. And guys, let's not forget, this is just the goal, right? This is obviously the goal. This is, the idea. This is what I want to accomplish, but anything is possible. Anything can happen. I could not get enough. We could not have a big enough response. Maybe I don't even get 100 people who are interested in it, right? You just never know. So that's why it's the Project Lilith, right? It could go good, it could go bad, but obviously I'm going to be doing my best to make sure it goes good. In short, I really do want to showcase the journey of it all as well. I will be streaming the whole journey from level 1 to 65 on Twitch. There's going to be no immediate rush to try and get to 65. Yes, I'm going to, but again, I want to showcase the journey, right? I want to get to 65. I want to showcase what it's like making a company, what it's like for somebody who might have aspirations to get excited to make their own company. I want to showcase all of that stuff, the building process, the VOD reviewing, show the docs of what it takes to kind of like organize your rosters, your things like that. Because let's be honest, if you know this stuff, it's very in detail like that. New World and Warring can be like that, and I think there's something exciting and fun about it that maybe your casual player base hasn't really seen or picked up on yet. And also, don't forget, if you guys remember, you want to look at that recruitment form, you want the Discord for Project Lilith, it's all going to be linked in the chat below. Now, there's a lot of things I didn't hit on here. I'm not gonna lie. There's a lot of things I didn't hit on. I know that there's gonna be a lot of questions. I've tried to think about all the loopholes and things like that logistics going into this. I figured the best thing to do is I'll probably have a frequently asked question video after this. So drop your questions down below. If you're like, how is this gonna work? How is that gonna work? I'll try and make a follow-up video responding to them. And then of course we can always chat in the Discord, which again, link below for the Discord, the recruitment letter, it's all down there. So are you guys ready to be on Project Lilith? Are you guys ready to join the ride? I'm hoping it's awesome for the community. I hope that the community messes with it, and it's a good way to hopefully get some new players in the war scene, even dip their toes in there and get them excited, and hopefully it ignites a server to actually get active in the PvP scene, and it shows that PvP and that kind of fun is not just for the sweaties, aka me. So yeah, I'll see you guys in Eternum. Love y'all.